Okay, welcome back. Or welcome back for myself, I suppose. Anyway, there was a I never know how to say it, DDoS attack. Right, it's not DDoS, it's DDoS. And the servers were down for a good half an hour, maybe. And everything seems to be fine now. So I was talking something about the market before the crash. Probably about these kind of scam buyers who buy modules. I mean, this is not expensive module. It's 30,000, but these guys are still trying to buy as many as they can for 5,000, or some guys go for one ISK, and so on. So you need to be aware that scamming is a thing that happens in this game, and it's actually completely legal in the game sense. And that's one of the things actually that is kind of good and bad in Eve. There's a lot of so-called metagaming happening. That's outside of the game, like spying in other corps and listening to their team speak and that kind of stuff. And that's definitely a negative side of Eve. But what was I doing? I was probably gonna go back to my station. So this is not a live stream anymore. So first off, I felt a little bit nervous live streaming Eve play. It's just it's nerve wracking because anyone can pop in and see where you are, and in Eve that's not a good thing. If something you learn during all these years, you never wanna be. Nobody should ever know where you are. But I think we are gonna head off to the Sisters of what was that, the epic arc, Sisters of Eve epic arc, right? I'm gonna just equip my ship and we are gonna head off there and do some PvE or whatever missions that the thing has. I guess since we're in high sec, I don't really need a scanner. This is for those who don't know the game, this is a scanner of 14 light years, and you can apply the filters so it shows what you wanna see. And then it's very handy when you put it on an angle like 15 degrees, because most of the time you're gonna get empty, but you can kind of see what's on that gate. So we got obelisk there. That's a freighter, I believe. Yeah. This is not so useful in high sec, but in low sec and null sec this is actually life-saving information, because you can check out if somebody is camping that gate. Of course you need to be inside 14 light years from the gate, and that guy is actually not at the gate. I just realized. He was probably in warp. Yeah. And you can also see who is coming into the gate. And then we are cloaked 15 seconds after I jump, so the cloak just disappears, so I should actually leave. Because a ship like this, the Interceptor, it doesn't take that many hits to be killed in high sec. Or any sec, that matter. If you are standing still, you're so easy to kill. And there's a lot of players in EU who just cannot refuse the temptation when somebody is AFKing or whatever, when they can just insta-pop you, like you can do for the Interceptor. I'm not saying that every player in EVE is like that, but a lot of them are. So yeah, the point was I'm gonna close that. Close the scanner. Using the scanner is one of those a little bit more advanced skills, mostly regarding PvP, but you definitely should learn that if you're gonna play EVE, because it helps you so much. It helps you finding enemies, it helps you avoid fights you don't wanna take, it just helps you. It helps you to run away when suddenly there's a huge fleet on the scanner, when you are dueling some guy, and you might just wanna get the hell out of there. And stuff like that. It's very, very solid. There are like new new thing here. Was it the solar system map? Yeah, I think it was this. It kind of shows you the
docking permission requested.
the scan area. So the green globe thing was the area I was scanning, but of course we docked, so I couldn't show it more. That didn't used to be in the game, but it's kind of better, or I've learned to use it without that, let's put it that way. But it can show you where you are scanning, so it helps a bit sometimes. So I'm actually looking for my worms. The repair paste, to be exact. No repair paste. I think I put it in the ammunition yesterday after the I have I have a lot of ammunition. Yeah, I know it's a problem. Okay, no need repair paste. I only had 50, huh? Probably want more of that. I should have bought it from Jita, but I thought I had more than that. Non-8 repair paste is something you can use to fix your modules. 3 jumps away. Where are we going if you're heading to the Sisters of Eve thing? I think it starts from the high sec, but I'm fairly certain that we will end up in the low sec anyway. So yeah, it's that direction. Really, none of these systems is in the route here. Huh, that's unlucky. Well, we'll keep our eye on that. I don't think I need anything more than this, so we're just gonna go. Yeah, let's do it. I wanna see how this epic arc goes. Again, it's level 1, and I'll be doing level 4 missions, so it shouldn't be hard.
Warp drive active.
I really like these small ships. Their wings kinda move when you go into the warp. Or not kinda move, they absolutely do move. Oh, now I remember. I'm stopping my ship so we don't actually jump. Because I was supposed to fit Afterburner. Or at least take one with me. The thing with the microwarp drive is it's absolutely necessary if you do PvP on an interceptor, and it's actually very good in nullsec. But during missions it kind of drains your capacitor, which is the energy. So running Afterburner, it gives you a little less speed boost, or a lot less speed boost, but it actually doesn't take that much cap either, so you can run it during the mission, which is the point. Sure, just take 2. I think I can fit it. I'm just gonna carry it around. I should probably test the fit. Yeah, it can fit easily. Rest of it's fine. Now we can go. I'll check the repair paste again when we leave this Lone Trek region.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, I was talking about this solar system map thing. It's kind of interesting. It even shows when you warp that what you can see. So as you can see, the 14 AUs or astral units is not that big area. I have no clue what's happening here. I only see this planet and its surroundings right now. I guess it makes sense to solve this cone as well. So when you scan for something in like 15 degrees, I actually need to move my camera. Okay, look at my ship. There we go. Okay, right. So if I wanted to scan in that direction or wherever I want to scan, it kind of shows you the area you will be scanning. So 15 degrees is very small. And why you scan with that is that reduce the amount of garbage you get into your scanner. Because right now I only see the gate. But when I put 360, I see all this crap from around me. And you have no idea what's on the gate, basically. And now you have perfect idea. Of course there can be ships like who are cloaking and stuff like that. So it can still be false information, but it helps a lot.
Warp drive active.
Is this a shorter or longer road? I think I will go safer. It's only 2 more jumps, so it doesn't matter really. And when you pick the safer route, we are always in high sec, which is safer for sure. Even though if you can still be killed in high sec, it's much less likely than in low or null sec. So I guess that's something I should point out.
Drive active.
Right, I have the wrong ammunition in my guns. These ancillary armor repairers were just in the game when I quit last time. So basically they are bad armor repairers unless you put the nanite repair paste in them. Then they become better than normal armor repairs. But the nanite paste is actually quite expensive, and reloading this actually takes is it 30 seconds or something? So when you run out of those 8 charges, you're kinda screwed. But is there the reload time somewhere? 60 seconds, right. So during a PvP match, the reason why you still use this is because usually you don't run out of charges. The fights take just a short period of time when you're flying something as fragile as this. And I'm using it on this mission for the same reason. I expect it to be just good enough to keep me alive during a mission, and then I can reload after the mission. I should check the market again. See, now we have a nice highlight on the nanite pasta being sold in this system. It's slightly more expensive, but I think I'm fine with that. So let's just how much do I need? 100 more? It's really expensive. I hope it was this station.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. TTR. Other thing the nanite paste can be used is repairing your modules after you overheat and damage them.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Overheating is one of the more interesting systems in the game, I think. basically allows you to do more damage, but it also might completely kill your ship modules. So when you have no guns, you you can't do jack shit anymore. It looks like I sold something. Yep, Eric Mikaka bought something from me. Well, that was half an hour ago. Okay, you can actually see them from here. 2 minor ones. Well, have fun, Eric. I hope you make your fortune with my miners. Yeah, the minor ones are very basic, so it's not a... It's very likely that he's a very new player. But the price was alright, so he bought them. That's one of the reasons I like to sell the crap stuff on the market. Just a kind of my way of helping new players out. I'm not making huge profit from it, or I might even do a loss, but when you sell things cheaper than anyone else, it's always good for the new player. They can just go and grab that cheap equipment. So traveling in EVE is it can get on your nerves. It used to be even slower than this, so thank God that they... I think it was somewhere around 2005, 2006. They added warp to 0, so I can warp to right on the gate. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I should probably cut this from the video, but I will try to figure out some neat things to do. Funny thing is that the reason why they probably added something like Discovery is that you can do this while traveling. So you don't have to be on station, you don't have to be bored. You can just go around and see that... Of course, if you do this in nullsec, you're probably going to die. But when traveling. But in highsec it's relatively safe. As long as you keep warping from gate to gate, it should be fine. In a small ship. Do I see anything here? I don't think so. This is weird. But maybe that was something... I don't know actually. That is very strange. It looks like some kind of error in the sensor, maybe. I think I will just... eruptive... Maybe it is eruptive variable. Yeah, let's do that. No transit. Oh, I have the redeemable items. I was supposed to redeem those. But I forgot. I won't be doing it now because the stuff I will get is going to be here then. And I don't want it here. I want it in my home base. Usually every EVE player kinda has his own home base where they operate from. And they have most of their junk there. And that's one of those things you maybe don't want to tell anybody. Because if you get war declared, that's a high security war. Where basically you are free to attack anyone. And you can do that to any player corporation for a fee. They can camp you in pretty good if they know your home systems. Especially if you're running a larger corporation, it's a good thing to not advertise that. But it's fine for me. I can just leave my corp, it doesn't matter. I'm only in this corp because it's mine basically right now. Me and my friend are the only members, so that should be fine. I was actually thinking about this overnight last night because I felt like I will keep playing EVE. I feel like I enjoy it once again, and I'm not even doing the PvP right now, and I won't probably do the PvP in good or a few months, maybe even, because right now I don't feel like I wanna get involved in the nullsec politics, because politics is everything in nullsec. People or alliances backstabbing each other and stealing each other's stuff and all that. I don't feel like I care about it right now. Yeah, nullsec is definitely the place where you go for easy money, and I think no matter what you do, you probably earn more there than you will ever earn in high sec or even low sec. But ISK isn't everything. Besides, I've been so much in the nullsec that I missed a lot of things in high sec. It's kind of fun to discover. So we're starting to get close. Luckily this ship is extremely fast at traveling, so it doesn't take that long. It's extremely fast even when not warping, but especially on the warp. One fun new thing is actually this sensor overlay. I don't know if this is any use to anyone, but they have this kind of, and you can see the scan edge moving when it's scanning your surroundings. But basically this thing just tells you where stuff is in a kind of 2D way. Actually it is 3-dimensional, I think. Yeah, they move up and down as well on this. So it's basically telling me that these blue dots are here. I don't. This wasn't in the game last when I played, and I feel like it's more for just for show, really, than useful. But maybe it will be useful to someone. I don't know. I'm so much annoyed that my wallet keeps blinking. Alright, I got the reward for doing that one system. 30,000 is nothing at this point of the game, but I mean, it can buy you 2 minor ones. So in the early game it can matter.
Warp drive active.
These epic arcs are kinda cool thing. I hope they would develop more stuff like that. There's an EVE expansion coming up soon with Into the Abyss team, where you have this solo dungeons kinda thing. And what I mean by that is that you create a portal to move into a space where you can, or where only one ship can go, and that's basically you. So it's a solo part of the game, and there you just fight against PvE, or I mean AI enemies, and you get some random mods as a reward. I might take a look at that on the test server because it's up there, and it's for the kind of open beta testing, and I might record that maybe. It's certainly interesting. Right, we were here for the mission. Epic Arc Agent. When you talk to these, you will usually get the Epic Arc. These have a lot more story than normal missions. Or the story matters more. The normal missions do have the written story, but when you do the same mission for 10th time, it's kinda, well, it's not good. So a beacon beckons. I ask for help and they send me a capsuleer. All players are capsuleers in EVE world. You are a capsuleer, aren't you? An immortal pilot who subverts the rules of life and death, who shapes the fate of empires. You'll have to excuse my skepticism. I work with a humanitarian organization, the Sisters of Eve. I've seen your kind hasten the deaths of millions of every day. You expect me to believe that you're different. To prove yourself, your actions will have to do the talking. We just received a distress call from a ship called the Damsel. Oh no. Not the damsel in distress. And you're the closest aid available right now. Get out there and save some lives. Prove to me that you're not just another murderous liar with a god complex. With all the power at your disposal, you certainly could be a force for good. And one thing is certain. Good is in dire need of allies these days. Declining a mission, alright. Every 4 hours, yada yada. I'm not gonna decline this. So basically we have to approach a wrecked ships in a nearby system. Rewards are very small, but this is level 1 mission. I'm doing this for fun, not for profit. And apparently sometimes I cannot find it because it might be hidden. Okay, it's a large collidable object. Right, let's do it. About the whole role-playing aspect of the game, there are some alliances and corporations that actually do role-play. And, you know, if it kinda has a lot of lore, you can definitely do that. I personally am not a huge fan of it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan participating in it, but I'm actually very interested to read about some of those encounters and the role-play stuff. And the lore of the world, of course. But there's a lot of stuff. Basically the capsuleers, which every player is, because we have the capsule where we live, are immortal because we have the cloning service. Which is, whenever we die, we wake up in a new clone. And that's been the basis of Eve capsuleer thing. That was what the sister of Eve was telling us there. I have another Anomic based mission here, but I'm not gonna do it today. I don't think. It's one of those very hard missions and I need a specific ship for it and I cannot buy the ship right now, so okay. No. Encounter. Warp to location.
Warp drive active.
I kind of wish that it would keep those wings open when we are warping. The ship kind of looks stupid during the warp. Okay, so which was the building we need to... Oh. I don't often pay attention to stuff in the space. But this is a Dreadnought, a Minmatar Dreadnought. And it's obviously destroyed. It's pretty cool looking. Revelation is another Dreadnought. The Damsel is right there, so let's go. I'm gonna use the micro warp drive because I don't think this is a combat mission, so I didn't equip the afterburner. Oh, Tempest. Nice. That's a Minmatar battleship. Okay. We complete a beacon of beacons. Nice to see you. I guess we finished the mission. It's kinda awkward how it works out. It seems Concord was faster to respond, but your backup was definitely appreciated. There were a handful of survivors picked up. They've been taken to various care facilities in the area, wherever vacancies could be found. Okay, let's ask for second stage of this mission. Or this epic arc. Like I said, this consists of 50 different missions, and there will be times when we get to choose or action, so it's kinda I think they should go more into this kind of stuff, kind of the choose your own story with the missions. I think the epic arcs are one of the coolest additions when it comes to missions. But anyway, we got some interesting information out of your trip. It seems no one fired on the damsel. Something must have happened inside the ship. We'd like you to track those survivors down, see if you can get any information about the ship's path, pilot or cargo. We need to know what caused this disaster. Concord is the first logical step. I've gotten in touch with Concord agent Tevis Jack, who may have information for you. His location is being uploaded to your Neocom. He is currently acting as an OR agent. Go see if you can find a piece of this puzzle. Declining a mission in every 4 hours, yada yada. So he's one jump away, and on Epic Arcs you can actually accept and request missions remotely. Sometimes, which is very handy, so I don't have to go back to the station to talk to that agent. And as a reward we got standing increase. God, I cannot even pronounce today. And very hefty sum of money. One thing is, you notice these corporation tax things, is that my corporation actually, I said 5% tax. Every corporation can have their own tax rate. And the NPC or corporations where you start the game actually have 11% or 10%, depending a bit on the corporation. And those monies kinda go nowhere. So it's always good idea to join or create your own corp when you are in EVE. The starter corporations, they just cost you money. Of course, it's much easier to talk to people and ask things when you are in a corporation. So I would recommend, if you're a new player, to go one of the new player friendly corps. I think I had to go here.
Warp drive active.
No, not station. Stop this ship. Ah, god damn it. The ship is too fast, so I couldn't stop it before the warp. And there's of course a little bit lag. The lag is kind of well hidden in the game, but you can definitely see it's there. After all, it's a MMO and the servers are in UK and whatnot, so the lag is acceptable, I would say.
Warp drive active.
But it's definitely there. Something you should keep in your mind. Sometimes when pressing the buttons here, kind of lag. It's just issues between the. Well, it could be your connection, but usually it's the server. Are these players? They are. Are they doing the epic arc as well? That's kind of funny. I thought that this would be unique to me, but they're obviously talking to this guy as well. What do I need to do to this? Report to Tevis Jack. Huh. How do I actually talk to this guy? Oh god. Okay. Yeah, this mission seems to be a little bit scuffed. Of interest, yeah, I picked up the crew that unloaded the expression, pretty massive. Whatever it was, I'll see if I can track down the facilities they were sent to you. Sent to if you can do me a favor. A bunch of pirates have been scavenging the explosion site. Go and take them out for me. It shouldn't be too much trouble for a capsuleer, and you might even find some extra information. Hell, you can probably get it done in the time I'll need to look up for the rest of this data. Damn legacy systems. Declining a mission, yeah, every 4 hours, yada yada. So we need to go to this system and kill some guys and get back.
Warp drive active.
I don't know why these guys are hanging out here. But that was actually funny. Totally unexpected. Do I wanna go fit the afterburner? As you can see with the micro warp drive, my max velocity is 4150. That's decent. It's not amazing, but it's decent. There are no stations here, huh? I mean, there's I've never actually docked into one of these player-owned structures. So let's see if I can actually do that. After one of the updates where the, what do you call, citadels came into the game, they are basically player-owned stations. And this Astra Hus is, I think it's the cheapest one. That's my phone, sorry. But yeah, they seem to work. Who would have thought? Basically any player with enough money can just put up one of these buildings. It's one of those cool aspects in the game. I don't know why people do these in HiSec that much, but in nullsec it makes sense because there are no stations. Or there are some stations, but not that many stations in nullsec. So you kind of want to populate the area and make it safer for your guys. So now my maximum speed is 1.5k or 1500 meters per second. It's a very good speed for combat, I think. Because one thing you have to take into account in this game is gun tracking. It's a thing. And if you go too fast, or the enemies go too fast, you cannot actually track them. We're just gonna orbit him and just probably just kill him. Again, this is level 1 mission, so I don't expect them to be much of a challenge, really. Yeah. The Sassy Baby Fire is just to reduce their speed, so I can hit them better. I don't really need it, but I mean, I might as well pretend to be a professional gamer. The missions do get harder over time. So I would say that the level 4 missions are the first really tough ones. Level 3s are kinda easy as well. But obviously when you start the game you don't have all the skills I have. And all the modules I have, or ships. This is very expensive ship for the new player. So obviously level 1 missions are not aimed for me. My sensors are picking up that you now have a strange bit of tech in your cargo. Bring it to me. I do. Strange data core. Okay. Let's it's kinda cheap that I just got the item. We might actually... Oh shit, we flew so far away. The funny thing is when enemies die you keep flying a straight line, and if you don't react to it you're just gonna fly away. Like I did. I wanted to check the loot on these guys. I don't know what they would even have. Plus, you know, I kind of like looting ships, even if I know that it's not worth it for me to actually spend this time to loot them. I guess I'm just a hoarder of stuff. But then I can sell this stuff later for new players on some station, maybe. It's the cycle of life. We got a 200,000 reward for killing these rats. It's actually more than I expected. Maybe the new players get more money than what I thought they would. No, only metal scraps. Yeah, this is not worth even picking up. Some stupid laser ammo. Every race kinda have their own weapon systems. And for Minmatars it's the projectile weapons, like autocannons. Why I'm not using this? Let's just go there.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, Minmatars use missiles and mainly projectile weapons, and then some missiles. Missiles are kinda Caldari thing. They pretty much use missiles and railguns. And Galent they use mainly rails and drones. And Amar use lasers. I guess they have some drones, but they mainly use lasers. There's usually a long range and short range variation of everything, so you know.
Warp drive active.
Kinda two different systems. I don't know if I warped to the right thing. Oh, they have a mobile depot here, huh? I don't know why they would install it right next to this guy, but... Wait. Okay, that was enough. I was thinking I needed to dock or something to hand the item out, but it was good. Ah, you're done. And let's do one more part. Okay, I find your first guy, but it looks like he's already shipped out again. What a fighter, huh? He's down in the crew manifest as Red, and his convoy has him listed under the same handle, so there you go. I'm giving you coordinates to intercept the convoy now. You should be able to catch them before they get too far. Go quick though. I'm worried that they don't have enough security to deal with the number of pirates, where they're headed. They might need your help. Declining a mission from agent in every 4 hours, yada yada. Okay, so it's actually in this system. Yeah, let's do it, of course. Encounter.
Warp drive active.
It's probably a terrible idea to have the base next to the agent. And lo and behold, there are some guys to take care of. We don't really have a gun range to over 20 kilometers, so our missiles can hit something like 21, I think. And our guns might hit up to 15 kilometers. We're gonna hit that asteroid, it's okay. Bumping into things doesn't actually do any damage to your ship, so they are more annoyance than anything else. yeah, this definitely feels like level 1 mission. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. They don't have any loot in them. So, was that it? Okay, there's probably a wreck here somewhere. It's actually stop our ship. So we don't drift away once again. What would I be looking for? Beacon? These are only asteroids. I swear to God, some of these missions are so unclear. I mean, these wrecks are empty, right? Okay, maybe I need to... I wanna see everything there is to see. Select all. Save. Maybe it's the beacon. These missions are kinda unclear. That's why I actually like to check them out before I do this. Because some of them are very... Where the hell is my ship? Okay. We're in the completely different side of the thing. Am I crazy? Destroy the pirates, find Red and bring him back. Approach location. This should be it. Oh. There. Okay, so it was the highlighted thing. I think he might be on the planet there. Or on the asteroid. Just goddamn stop my ship. It's too fast. Do I need to actually shoot it? This overall astro seems to have suffered tremendous impact, splitting into multiple parts. I really don't know, and this is... let's see. Okay, we are actually not doing any damage to him. Yep. Can't shoot it. I'm gonna cheat and what? Check out from the website. That's so funny. So this was the fourth mission in the thing. Red body magically appears in your cargo once all ships are destroyed. God damn it. I think this is the only mission chain ever I've had where things just appear in your cargo hold.
Warp drive active.
So it's very strange. I've never seen that mechanic before, I don't think at least. So let's go talk to the guy. The user interface is definitely not the greatest in in these encounters. This system is pretty much as old as the game is, so I mean that was from the early 2000s. Okay, I think that's enough for the missions. Or the recording on this chain. I will do that chain on my own time though, but it's very long. One thing I wanted to show is another kind of new thing. It's or new to me at least. It has been in the game for what, 6 years now, so you can't really talk about new thing. It's the planetary interaction. Where is it? Business, planet colonies. So basically you can mine stuff and use that stuff to produce more stuff on planets. This is only for the Omega clones, so you cannot do this in Alpha clones at all. Or you can do it, but you cannot get your stuff out of the planet. So this is one of my colonies. Basically what I'm doing here is I have a extractor mining. I guess we can show the minerals as well. Yeah, this is a good spot for mining. I have two extractors here. One is mining... I didn't mean to check that. One is mining complex organisms, other